Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Iqdinatul Nazura binti Nazari. My metric number is 256223. And this semester I'm taking subject contract in Islamic finance and banking. And I'm given an individual assignment which I need to find one topic from this subject to do my assignment. And the topic that I choose is Wakalah. So literally, Wakalah means protection or remedying on behalf of others. Legally, Wakalah refers to a contract where a person authorizes another to do a certain well-defined legal action on his behalf. It is a contract of agency, which means doing any work or providing any service on behalf of any other. And then an agent is someone who establish contractual or commercial relations between a principal and a third party, usually against a fixed fee. An action performed by an agent on behalf of the principal will be deemed as action by the principal. Agency is necessitated by the fact that an agent has to perform certain tasks which the principal has neither the time, knowledge, nor the expertise to perform himself. And then, the need for agency arises where a person has no ability or expertise to perform certain action due to, example, to distance or size. The main features of agency are service, representation, and the authority to act for the principal. An agent may obtain a certain wage for service rendered within the incentive structure of the principal. I will tell you about the legal justification of Wakalah. So first, in Al-Quran, I found from Surah Al-Kahfi verse 19, where the meaning is, such being your state, we raised them up from sleep. They might question each other. Said one of them, how long have you stayed here? They said, we have stayed perhaps a day or part of a day. At length they all said, Allah alone knows best how long you have stayed here. Now send you then one of you with this money of yours to the town. Let him find out which is the best food to be had and bring some to you, that you may satisfy your hunger therewith. And let him behave with care and courtesy, and let him not inform anyone about you. Okay, so from the meaning of verse 19 Surah Al-Kahfi that I said just now, we can focus where now send you then one of you with this money of yours to the town. Let him find out which is the best food to be had and bring some to you, that you may satisfy your hunger therewith. So means here, one of them send a wakil to use the money to go to town and buy some food for them to they eat. So means here have the Wakalah not contract, it's just Wakalah agreement where they send some wakil to buy some food for them. So next we go to the legal justification in hadith, where first in Bukhari book 3 volume 38 hadith 496, where Ali radhiyallahu anhu narrates that once the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam ordered him to distribute the saddles and skins of animals he had slaughtered. Okay. Second is in Bukhari, book 3 volume 38 hadith 497, where Uqbah ibn Amir narrates that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw him, gave him some sheep to distribute among his companions, and a mail kit was left after distribution. He informed Holy Prophet SAW about it and said, sacrifice it on my behalf. So the third is in hadis Abu Daud, where Urwah al-Bariki radhiyallahu anhu narrated that the Prophet SAW gave him a dinar to buy a sheep for him. For Prophet SAW, he bought 2 sheep by it and sold one of them for 1 dinar on the way. So he said, when I brought a dinar and a horse and a sheep to the Prophet, he said to me, may Allah bless the bargain of your right hands. Okay, next, the contract of Wakalah is about the provision of service. So some of these services include sell and purchase, lending and hiring, borrowing and lending, assignment of debt, guarantee, pledge, gifts, bailment, taking and making payments, litigation and relinquishment, admission and acknowledgement of rights. So in Islamic banks, they use the concept of wakalah in various Islamic products such as musyarakah, mudarabah, murabaha, salam, istina'ah, and ijarah. It is also used in payment and collection of trade bills, fund management, and securitization. So, bank normally charge fee for agency services rendered by them on behalf of their clients. An agency contract could be specific or general. It could be both communicative and non-communicative. The nature of activity to be undertaken should be clearly defined to avoid any dispute. For example, if wakalah is for the sale and purchase of specific goods or product, the kind, quality and other necessary attributes of the commodity should be clearly mentioned in the contract. And now, I'm going to tell you that the principal should have the power and competence to deal and on the property. For example, an infant or a minor cannot appoint agents to act on their behalf. However, it is not necessary for the person appointing an agent to have attained a minimum age. Also, a principal may appoint an agent to conduct any business transaction activity that the person would be able to undertake. However, agency is not permissible in activities prohibited in the Sharia or acts of dishonesty such as theft and usurpation of property, or acts such as conducting riba-based business. It is also prohibited to appoint an agent for acts such as prayer, fasting, giving evidence, or for taking an oath. The agent must act in accordance with the instruction of the principal and exercise due care and skill. If he is appointed to sell goods on behalf of the principal, he cannot purchase this good as a buyer. Similarly, if the principal restricts the agent to certain limits, the agent is bound to observe them. Appointed to engage in buying and selling activities or to pay and receive a debt is considered to be a custodian of the principal's property and in the fiduciary position of a trustee. And in the absence of any instruction to the contrary, an agent appointed to sell goods can sell them for cash or on credit. The agent can take a pledge of a security for payment in the case of goods sold on credit. Besides, An agent is not allowed to appoint another agent unless he himself is not capable to do it. In that case, he may appoint another agent with the consent of the principal. So, he must also avoid any conflict of interest, such as selling goods to the principal without disclosing that such goods are owned by the agent. In the case of Wakalah of sales, the principal appoints an agent to sell a certain property for him. The agent is responsible for making payment and receiving goods on behalf of the principal. He has the authority for claiming the price, exercising the right of option, avoiding a sale on account of defective goods or inspection, and returning goods, as well as similar rights and liabilities associated with sale transaction. Wakalah contract is one of the Sharia principles which has been approved by the majority of the Muslim jurists. Wakalah plays an important role in the Islamic banking industry, where customers come to the bank and appoint the bank as agent, wakil, to do a transaction. Today, Wakalah can be applied into various fields, including economic field, especially in the case of financial institutions. So some of these services provided by Islamic banks, which are based on Wakalah contract, are as follows. Okay, so the first is money transfer through a bank, where the depositor, muwakil, authorize the bank as wakil to debit a certain amount of money to an account. So the bank as wakil will transfer the amount to the selected customer. In an Islamic bank, the money transfer can be done directly by the bank or through online banking. Secondly, cash deposit machine transfer, that is CDM. The depositor can transfer his money through a cash deposit machine, CDM. So in this situation, the CDM will work as wakil on behalf of the bank, where it will transfer the money to the recipient. In this model, the depositor, muwakil, will request the bank to debit his saving account and credit the customer's account, recipient. So nowadays, this has become a common process where customer can make their own transfer via CDM machines. So thirdly, money order. Okay, in this process, or in the process of postal money orders, cash will be given directly from the depositor, muwakil, to the bank's wakil. Acting as the wakil, the bank will give the money directly to the intended customer. The services is Wakalah in letter of credit. A letter of credit, LC, is a commitment, usually by a bank on behalf of a client to pay a beneficiary, such as a supplier of goods, a stated amount of money under specified conditions, such as an shipment of the specified goods. It is a form of financial guarantee covering the buyer risk and guaranteeing payment to the seller. The bank will only make payments upon presentation of the shipping and other stipulated documents, which complies with the terms and conditions of the letter credit. Finally, Wakalah is a non-binding contract. The principal or the agent may withdraw at any time by mutual agreement, unilateral termination, discharging the obligation, destruction of the subject matter, and the death or loss of legal capacity of the contracting parties. If the agent concludes a contract that contravenes the terms and conditions of the agency, the contract is not binding on the principal, and its validity depends on his approval. In case when an agent concludes a contract that apparently contravenes the conditions, but the contract is beneficial to principal, so it is binding on him.